Every puzzle has an answer. 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 Every puzzle has an answer.
Buonasera amici, bentornati nella mia discarica, benvenuti in questa nuovissima Horror Night. Stasera, dato che oggi è uscito il mio Spotify Wrapped, e se non l'avete visto, appunto esclamativo YouTube per documentarvi, voglio fare una live più o meno a tema, ovvero andremo a vedere, ad ascoltare anzi, tutte quelle canzoni considerate inquietanti, più che altro perché si dice che se messe in reverse hanno dei messaggi nascosti, canzoni effettivamente ansiogene, tutto questo branco, che spero non mi dia il copyright. E niente, ora partiamo, mi sposto qua e vado ad aprire la playlist. Ok, allora, è enorme, non può essere così grande lo schermo. Ora lo sistemo. Allora, un attimo che sistemo tutto. Allora, no. Ok, così dovrebbe andare bene. Iniziamo con canzoni che hanno messaggi più oscuri di ciò che pensassi. Allora, passiamo musichina qui. Si parte.
Video call per trovarti.
Ecco qua.
Warning!
Warning!
I might ruin some of your favorite songs for you today.
Oh, no.
You mean like you'll sing with us? No, I'm gonna ruin them. We are deep diving into songs with way darker meanings than you ever may have
Una
thought.
reazione.
And for you watching at home, be sure to check out part 1 for even more dark songs.
It's a safe space and we're gonna get dark together.
We are.
The Macarena?
La Macarena.
You're telling me there's something wrong with this?
That's what I'm saying.
This is like such a timeless classic song that you hear since birth.
Yeah, I actually kind of know what this is about, I think.
Do you?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
The boy whose name is Vitorino.
This is such a happy song.
Yeah,
I
what?
can't imagine
What hidden meanings are in the
Wait.
Macarena?
Oh, you just wait. I'm confused.
What was I supposed to do? He was out of town, and his two friends were so fine.
Did you hear that?
His two friends were so fine?
Oh, well, apparently she had a threesome with his buddies when he was out of town.
Look, we've all been there.
Oh.
What do we think this is about?
Well, somebody's getting cheated on, that's for sure. Because if he's out of town, she's waiting till he gets out of town to do her dirty work.
That's exactly what this is about.
Oh, wow.
Yes. When translated, the original 94 version of this song, it's about a girl named Macarena who cheats on her boyfriend with two friends while he's being drafted in the army. Two friends?
If I'm drafted to the war, you have to at least mourn the fact that I'm in the war for at least like 4 or 5 months.
Well,
He's out doing his thing. She's got to be back home doing her thing.
Choices have consequences.
Super Flames, ok.
this is such an iconic song. They put this in so many movies, like...
Everyone's a winner, you're making up.
All I want to do is bang, bang, bang. That's sex, right? Or she's saying
Or-
shoot people.
Right.
Robbery!
Maybe. Hey.
I always thought it was weird that, they were using bullet shots. It sounds kind of cool. It sounds fun.
Take your money, I need money.
I want to do it too.
And take your money.
So MIA has said that this song actually comments on stereotypes attached to immigrants. How they're treated and portrayed by the media, and how some people think they're coming to take their jobs and their money.
No way. It's a political commentary?
Yeah. So MIA's parents, they bounced back and forth between Sri Lanka and the UK during her
They were
childhood.
refugees, right?
Yes.
See, that's what I can remember.
see,
Boom,
see,
boom,
yup,
boom.
yup.
Fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas and my names. is a narrative about untrustworthy immigrants and how they could be making counterfeit passports to come to the U.S.
Interesting. Okay.
It makes me like the song a lot more, actually.
The first time I heard the song, I think it was in Pineapple Express,
And
which
then
is like such a carefree.
When you first get high,
Yeah,
you're like, well.
I always associated it with like smoking weed.
Sure.
Right.
Is this the Backyardigans? No, it's not. No, never mind. Oh, yeah.
Ma che belli!
No, everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's about the Black Plague.
Yep.
Oh, fuck yeah. Is this the Backyardigans? No, it's not. No, never mind. Oh, yeah.
Ah, ok, pure io ho pensato a quello.
No, everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's about the Black Plague.
Yep.
Oh, fuck
In Italia si
down.
chiamano gli zonzoli.
It has some historical meaning, right?
Yeah.
Like some kind of war or something.
Pocket full of posies so the bodies wouldn't stink.
I mean, you guys are spot on
Oh, yeah,
there.
we knew that.
Many have interpreted this classic nursery rhyme to actually be about the Great Plague.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when I learned
Pocket
that.
full of posies.
Rosies are red marks that the bubonic plague gave you.
Right.
The posies were flowers that plague doctors used to lessen the smell of death all around.
Yeah.
And the ashes were supposed to represent the cremated bodies of people who died from the Great Plague.
Right.
And then falling down meant falling down dead.
This sounds like a scary movie. Like, that song now sounds like the start of a scary movie.
And we just over here
essere
teaching
effettivamente
the
in un
children
horror,
the song, just singing it out like it's all
Actual
happy, and they're talking about dead bodies.
Man, I didn't even know posies were flowers.
This is the kind of story that's known about this song, but it's kind of been busted because there actually isn't much proof that this song arrived on British shores until the 1880s. England's last brush with the plague was more than 200 years before this. During the plague, cremating the dead was forbidden. So when they say ashes to ashes, right, everyone assumes that means like cremating bodies, but that was actually not allowed when the plague was actually happening.
Okay.
So a little suspicious.
Yeah.
Maybe it isn't what we think.
You blew my mind, and then I'm puzzled.
Yeah.
I'm just like, which one is it?
We will never really know, but that's kind of the story that's followed this like classic nursery rhyme.
You could always just travel back in time.
We do. I mean, if we needed a DeLorean, it's now.
It's now.
Love balloons. Dai, facci vedere. C'è frega niente. No.
Oh, yeah. The German War.
This must have been about the Blitzkrieg, right? Or something.
I don't really know the lyrics.
It's not in English.
I think I've only heard this song in passing, like double passing, as in like the tune seems a little bit familiar, but I have no idea who this is.
They released an English version, and that's when we all went, oh.
Yeah, I like the little like smoke.
So you don't know this one?
At all.
So this song supposedly gives a glimpse into Cold War Germany. Of course, Berlin in the 80s was divided and had been for 20 years by a 96-mile, 13-foot wall, right? And Nina, the artist of the song's guitarist, said that he was at a Rolling Stones concert in West Berlin, and the band released a bunch of balloons during their set. And he watched one of the balloons kind of go off towards the wall, and he imagined like what would happen if the radars picked that up and thought it was, you know, an enemy plane or something, and how that could lead to a whole war just from something like seemingly so innocent.
This is it, boys. This is war.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. When you hear it, does it
dude.
sound like a depressing song?
No, it's
No.
like, let's go dance.
Yeah. Imagine we didn't know the song.
Do you?
Yeah, what is this?
She's such an icon. Oh, I love her so much.
Like, do you?
Is Poker Face?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
She really like jumped on the scene with like 2 bangers and then like just took over the world.
yes.
I'm just not the biggest Gaga person.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, respect.
Come on, Barbie, let's go.
Più o meno.
Boy, she just steals songs from everybody, doesn't she?
It just fits.
What's the song about?
I have no idea.
I am
Poker face.
assuming that she's using, you know, the poker face as like some sort of like facade or hiding something.
Is this something sexual?
Yes.
Yes. Is it about giving Can I say that?
It's not. So this song is actually, it's not necessarily darker. It's just kind of a hidden meaning that a lot of people don't know, but she said at one of her Vegas residency shows, bet you didn't know that this song was about sleeping with men and thinking about women the whole time. Now that's a good poker face.
Cacchio.
So this song has now been coined as like a bisexual anthem.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
But no
that's
one knew
cool.
it.
I didn't know that.
Big.
Every fact I learn more about her is just like more iconic stuff, and I'm like, oh, she's so cool.
But that's good songwriting. Like,
True.
you know, like you can interpret it however you want. Like, I didn't know
Yes.
she was thinking about chicks while she had a boyfriend
Right.
sleeping with guys.
Totally.
Live your life, Lady Goo Goo.
What? I don't know that I know this song.
You know this one?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are those real tattoos?
Is that a real
Sentita,
dimple?
però sono buoni.
Jen?
This is such like emo days.
Why is she under his bed?
Right, that's creepy.
Yeah, dude, get out of there.
Well, she's obviously hiding.
Yeah.
I don't know what this song's about.
Yeah, I just figured it was a regular alt rock song.
Right. Just figured it was another one-hit wonder.
He's just, it's got to be about like a dead girl or something, right?
Maybe, hope not.
So this is Slide by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Goo Goo Dolls, yes.
Yeah.
We know Iris.
John of the Goo Goo Dolls explained at a performance that this song is actually a story about two teenage kids. The girlfriend gets pregnant. They're trying to decide whether she should get an abortion or if they should get married and run away.
Right.
And when people heard the song, they didn't have any clue that that was what it was actually about.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is like the plot of the film, what's that movie with Molly Ringwald and then...
Oh, for keeps!
Yeah, it's like for keeps.
Yes!
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
I mean, that's just real. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a tale as old as time, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I like this man.
Wait.
Gangnam Style? Oh my god.
When this came out, every single person in the world was doing this dance, bro.
This is the thing, I hated it when it came out at first, but now in hindsight, I'm like, it made people feel good, and he's like having fun. It's
Yeah.
it's positive.
What could this be about? I met him once.
You did?
Yeah, he was walking in Beverly Hills and I took a Vine with him.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Lei è buona, ma mi pare un po'.
I mean, I don't like that move right there, but other than that, he's having a good ass
It's a
time.
little aggressive, huh?
Yeah. Gangnam is a territory in Seoul, Korea. It's
Okay.
kind of like the Beverly Hills of of Seoul.
Funny that I ran into him in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
He was doing research.
He describes it as noble in the daytime and going crazy in the nighttime. He compares ladies to the territory and says the lyric says, I am the right guy for a lady who is like that.
Okay.
But many have speculated that there are some subtle messages here about wealth, class, and value in South Korean society behind the
wow.
song.
Oh
So
my
he's
God.
kind of making a mockery of this like chiseled, like rich guy look, right? That's associated with these Gangnam
Vabbè,
guys.
niente di che.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see it now.
And he's comparing wealthy people to faux wealthy people that kind of just like dress the part to fit in, right? Or to
Yeah.
look cool.
That's me.
Honestly, no, I feel that.
No.
I'm that guy.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
My mom loves this song. It's the Beatles.
Baby's broken wings and learn to fly.
My favorite
Oh, that
story of
was-
this is after he fell in love, I think with his first wife, he went out onto the balcony of his house and there was like a crowd of people out there and he just played this acoustically for them.
I'm not a Beatles fan like that. They never did it for me. I know like a few songs, but it's not my jam. Is this about a black person?
Maybe like a couple.
I'm
Yeah,
trying.
is this about black people? Is this about like the civil rights movement?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay, I did know this. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. This song is commentary on the civil rights movement of the 60s. He references the Little Rock Nine. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
The Little Rock Nine were 9 black students that stood in the face of racism by attending a formerly all-white school in 1957 in Little Rock. Their attendance at the school was a test of Brown versus the Board of Education, which was ratified by the Supreme Court a few years earlier. The court's decision ruled that segregation in public high schools was unconstitutional and paved the way for racial equality across the country.
Wow.
In 2016, McCartney actually met 2 of the Little Rock Nine, And he says like these are the pioneers of the civil rights movement and inspiration for Blackbird.
Oh my god, history,
That's
historical figures meeting each other.
Crazy.
Oh my god.
You know what? I love the Beatles. It's my favorite band.
They walked on was paved in
Non l'ho mai
gold.
sentita questa.
Is this
I think I know.
is this Sublime?
No, this is Fastball.
I don't know. This is giving 90s for sure.
Well, I mean, the
Lui fa un po'
girlies are
paura.
dancing.
Yeah, they've got
You know?
Lui nel video,
dope dancers.
nella
I'm
musica.
digging the hair, the chops, the hair,
Oh, the sideburns.
Yeah, what are those called?
Sideburns.
sideburns.
I remember the first time I heard this. I remember thinking like, this makes me. I like this song, but it makes me feel sad.
Yeah.
I don't really understand.
What does this song sound like it would be about?
I
And
don't
like
know.
the vibe of the video.
I kind of blacked out because all I seen was a band playing in a parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's weird. Like coming out of a trailer, and they're just like,
They're like, let's set up shop.
Yeah.
Let's have band rehearsal.
It's actually based on a true story of Leela and Raymond Howard, an elderly couple from Texas who were driving to an annual Pioneer Day festival 10 miles from where they live, and they never returned.
No.
She had signs of Alzheimer's disease, and he was recovering from a stroke and a head injury. 13 days after the Howards went missing, they were found at the bottom of a cliff about 400 miles from their destination. They were still in the vehicle, which had veered off the side of the road and was hidden in brush.
Wow, that's really sad.
Do you think you'll listen to this one the same way?
Nope. Now it's gonna be sad.
They really didn't know where the hell they were going.
dude, 400 miles is so far.
Chi è? Chi è?
Quanto è difficile trovare una password?
Avevo indovinato in perfetto.
Oh, okay. You know this? What is
Mio padre
it?
sarebbe fiero di me.
You've never heard this song?
I don't think so.
You've got to be kidding.
Oh my
I
god.
don't like this venison.
Dude, I don't like this either.
You heard this?
No, I don't like what I'm hearing.
No. I was never a rocker.
This is one of the most famous songs ever.
Oh yeah.
This is Enter Sandman by Metallica.
I know Metallica.
I have a Metallica shirt, but I would not know what they looked like.
There was a lyric in the song that they took out because it was like too dark. And it originally, this lyric alluded to it being about sudden infant death syndrome.
Sudden infant?
Sudden infant death syndrome, so SIDS. James Hetfield of Metallica said he wanted more of a mental thing in this song where a kid is getting manipulated by an adult. And he says, you know when you wake up with like little crusties in your eyes? That's supposedly been put there by the Sandman to make you dream. The guy in the song tells the little kid that and he freaks out. He can't sleep after that, and it works the opposite way of like a bedtime story, right? So instead of a soothing bedtime story, he tells him this thing to like keep him awake. The tables are turned.
What a nasty man.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of sanitary issues around that too. Like, where's that sand bin?
Yeah,
Where
is
did
that
they
how
get
we're
it?
getting pink eye?
Maybe that's why it's on the rise.
Is it?
No. I don't know.
And their bombs, and their bombs, and
their bombs, and their bombs. In your head, in your head, zombie, zombie, zombie.
Okay. Never seen the music video before. They're soldiers.
Oh, this has to be about some kind of
Io ricordo
war.
solo l'Alborano. quindi-
This isn't English either, right?
It is!
Oh my god, dude!
What language did you think that was?
I had no idea. I thought it was just like some random language. Did she say actual words?
Yes. This song was written in response to the death of Jonathan Ball, aged 3, and Tim Perry, aged 12, both who had been killed in the 1993 Warrington bombings. Two kids that died really impacted Dolores of the Cranberries. She supposes that's why she's saying in the song, like, it's not me.
No.
Even though she's Irish, it wasn't me, she didn't do it, and she still like can have empathy for these people
Yeah.
in England.
I'll say it. War's terrible. I mean, I'll just
You
come out
heard
and
it here
say
first.
It's gotta stop.
Tutte queste
I mean,
really just has to
fantastiche
stop.
Controversial issue, but glad
hanno
you were
dei
able to say
significati
it.
Yeah.
orrendi.
Well, that's it, you guys.
Yeah.
Did I ruin anything for you?
No. I
I've
feel like
also just like learned like it's.
it was like a history lesson.
Yeah.
Figo, mi è piaciuto questo. questo video. Andiamo con Canzoni Maledette Canzone maledetta che ha ucciso 12 persone. Ora vediamo che è successo. Diteci subito cosa è successo.
Nightfam, I just found out about a very strange phenomenon, and it's giving me chills. Because apparently there was one specific song that pushed at least 12 people to get killed in the Philippines. And up until now, it is still a mystery why that song seems to be cursed.
And now the end is near.
We're talking about the iconic Frank Sinatra song, My Way.
I did it my way.
And listen to this because it gets even more specific. All these killings happened when the victims were singing this song. So today you're about to learn with me, what was it about this song that killed people? Can a song really have evil powers? This is the mysterious case of the My Way killings.
Kantang My Way. Kaya ang kantang My Way ni Frank Sinatra.
First thing we have to note is just how ironic this whole thing is. Because in the Philippines, singing is a way to bond for many people. Karaoke bars are so accessible that a person can sing for only about 10 cents in US dollars. So a lot of Filipinos would come to karaoke bars to escape life struggles. Except little did some of them know they would escape life altogether. December 2017, a village chairman was having the time of his life, dancing and joking around like this, and then singing My Way during a Christmas party. He himself even joked that he was singing a killer finale song. But soon after, a gunman riding a motorcycle would suddenly pass by, call his name, and shoot him dead. January 16th, 1998. One very late Friday night, two separate groups of men bumped into one another at a karaoke bar. They occupied separate tables, but they later shared one song, My Way. From the first group of men was a certain Jamie Palaganas who sang his heart out, until a stranger from the other group, Tony Ferrer, just started loudly singing along with him. Court documents showed that this simple act of singing along insulted Jamie. And soon enough, this developed into a fight leading to Tony's death, May 29th, 2007. On a regular Tuesday night, a 29-year-old man was singing My Way at a karaoke bar with his friends. It was fun at first, and even the bar's security guard was dancing along when he got on stage to sing. But soon the man started singing off-key, and for some reason the guard was very pissed off by this. He started yelling that the guy was out of tune, and when he ignored him and still wouldn't stop singing, the guard finally lost his temper. He pulled out his service gun and shot the guy in the chest. Can someone really love a song so much they will kill someone over it? Because in August 2014, it happens again. A 25-year-old Sammy Dakutanan Jr. was out drinking with his co-worker Policardo when he requested to sing My Way on the videoke. But when the music started playing, Policardo insisted that it's him who should sing the Frank Sinatra song instead. When they both went back home, an insulted Sammy confronted Policardo and then stabbed him in the back. The My Way killings clearly established such a terrifying pattern that eventually many bar owners in the Philippines would remove the song entirely from their karaoke machines. I mean, it was so crazy that even a Japanese rock band released their version of the song with this commercial to reference the horrible phenomenon. So really, I know that many of you still watching this video are here for the answer of why. Why was My Way such a deadly song? Well, Nightfam, some experts will tell you to look very closely inside the lyrics. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Their theory: this song celebrates some type of arrogance and pride. And so, when heard by someone who's insecure, who is already drunk, who is already mad. They just can't help but explode and act out. This is how humans psychologically work. But the truth is, whatever theory you believe in, the tragic fact remains that actual human beings with dreams, with loved ones who deeply grieved for them, lost their lives over problems that could have been easily solved. Share this video now in their memory and may they all rest in peace.
Avevo sentito parlare di questo fenomeno, ma veramente perché vedevo che bandita in qualche parte del mondo, assolutamente penso proprio le Filippine, perché l'ha detto, cioè non so se è la stessa cosa che ho sentito io, perché non la potevi stonare, tipo una cosa del genere. Però assurdo. Devo indagare un po' di più, devo informarmi. Allora, 10 canzoni maledette che non dovresti mai ascoltare.
Migliaia di etichette, una sola passione,
due,
che
e
nasce
poi c'è
dalla
la
voglia di
trina, non ho
scoprire,
trovato
condividere ed
la
emozionare.
prima.
Questo è Signor Vino, la grande cantina italiana in cui
Il
assaporare
Signor Vino.
esperienze dal gusto
Venuto
unico. Signor Vino, anche a Natale, qualità e convenienza in negozio e online.
Hello and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate and I love music. I really do. My favourite band is Radiohead, but I'm also into classical music, jazz, funk, soul, rap, you name it, I love a good beat. There are unfortunately some beats out there that should never be listened to for fear
Oddio,
of
spero abbiate
grave
sentito qualcosa fino.
That's right, we are back with the top 10 curse songs you shouldn't listen to part 2. You guys seem to enjoy part 1 so much that I thought I would bring you a second helping. Although don't be tempted to listen to these tracks or look too deeply into these curses. If you do, well, I don't know. Don't say I didn't warn you. Also guys, before we jump into this video, I want you to comment with your favorite song. I think mine's Nude by Radiohead, but I am loving Kanye West's new album, so there's that. Okay, curse songs. Coming in at number 10, we have heavy metal Suicide Solution. In the 1980s, heavy metal was at its height in popularity, and rock legends like Judas Priest and Ozzy Osbourne were busy swinging their hair and biting bats, but that wasn't all they were doing, apparently. According to sensationalist media and some parents, these rockers were writing satanic cursed melodies with subliminal messages that encouraged kids and teenagers to kill themselves. Osbourne's smash track Suicide Solution was blamed for a number of self-harming teens, as well as the death of depressed teen John McCollum. Ozzy was even taken to court over it. You might be alright listening to this, but you are not alright composing this. We have the infamous Curse of the Ninth, which obviously is coming in at number 9. In the world of classic music, there is a huge superstition around the Ninth Symphony. It is widely believed that great composers only have 9 symphonies in them, and once it's written, they will never complete a 10th. Seemingly, it started with good old Ludwig van Beethoven, who died 3 years after completing his seminal 9th Symphony. Unfortunately, he was unable to complete his 10th because he kind of died in the middle. Other victims of the 9th have been Gustav Mahler, Franz Schubert, Antonin Dvorak, Anton Bruckner,
Brigate, vado a comporre perché sa macello.
Vaughan Williams, Roger Sessions, Egon Velais, Alexander Glazunov, and Malcolm Arnold. The most recent victims of the 9th were Vaughan Williams in 1958 and Alfred Schneitker in 1998. A lot of composers were very nervous of the curse. Schönberg even wrote, "It seems that the 9th is a limit. He who wants to go beyond it must pass away. It seems as if something might be imparted to us in the 10th which we ought not know yet. Those who have written a 9th stood too close to the hereafter." Scary words from Schönberg. He didn't write a 9th symphony, so perhaps he was wise. Coming into number 8, we have the Dead Man's Curve Curse. Strangely, this cursed song written by Jan and Dean seemed to preempt Jan's fate 2 years ahead of time. The pair wrote a song called Dead Man's Curve in 1964, but in 1966, Jan ran his Stingray Corvette car off the road at a point on a stretch of road in Los Angeles called, you guessed it, Dead Man's Curve. It's very spooky and really sadly,
Cacchio.
Jan Berry spent months
Cioè, sono
in a
morti
coma
sulla
and
strada
was
con
partially paralyzed. He
dal nome
suffered
della loro
permanent
canzone.
brain damage. He did semi-recover by 1978 and performed a few shows with
Ah
Dean
no, so
Torrance,
vivi.
but he was never the same again. Perhaps the song was a warning rather than a curse, but it was a warning that sadly wasn't heeded. Coming into number 7, we have Ring Around the Rosie. We all know
Ok,
the dark
questa abbiamo
story
sentita
surrounding
prima.
Ring Around a Rosie, right? We have different versions of it in different
Avanti.
countries. I hope you enjoyed the track and play too much to pose and nervous. We have Alexander Scarabin's Piano Sonata number 6. Russian composer Alexander Scarabin was a bit of an eccentric to say the least. The pianist was influenced by Chopin and he loved an atonal dissonant style. Like many late 19th and early 20th century composers, Scarabin had an artist's soul and loved the concept of synesthesia. This is where you associate colors with sounds. So like Rebecca to me might be like red. Maybe it's just because I like the color red. I don't know. Anyway, the composer wrote Piano Sonata number 6 in 1911 and he was terrified of it. He was so scared of his creation that he wouldn't even play it. He said that he was afraid of its darkness and didn't want to expose himself or his audience to the
Questa la scritta non l'ha più suonata.
According to
L'ha
his
suonata o non l'ha
biographer,
suonata?
the 6th sonata is a nether star. They said its dark and evil aspect embraces horror, terror, and omnipresent unknown. The biographer also said that when Scarabin would play the music for his friends, he would seem frightened and stare off into the distance as if he could see something that wasn't there. Freaky. Coming into number 5, we
Ho
have
visto le
Babylon
cose.
by David Gray. If you want it, come and get it. For crying out loud, Babylon. If you're hearing David Gray's soft rock 1998 ballad Babylon, you might actually be in trouble. It seems the unassuming 20-year-old track is used as a torture song at Guantanamo Bay Prison. The track was chosen because of its religious undertones. Babylon is a biblical reference. The idea behind music torture is that it invades a person's mental space, breaking in their thoughts with constant sound, leaving a captive with nowhere to hide. It is pretty dark actually if you think about it. There's no space for your thoughts. In part 1, we also talked about how the military uses Barney as a dinosaur as a torture track, which is also pretty disturbing. Another one to scare musicians, we have the infamous 27 Club
Vabbè,
at number 4. The
ho fatto una live
directed
intera.
to oppressive men. Next up we have the horrible tale of Operation Wandering Soul at number 3. This is pretty awful on behalf of the Americans in the Vietnam War. The war went on from 1955 to 1975 and both sides of the fight used torture techniques to try and best their enemies. The Americans employed the use of spooky song to scare their enemies. Back then, a lot of the Vietnamese believed that their dead needed to be buried in their homeland, and if they were not buried according to the correct ritual and sacrifice, their souls would be doomed to wander aimlessly. US sound engineers used their advanced technology to record eerie sounds, and they played them around enemy lines. This was all with the purpose of scaring the enemy into fleeing their position. Helicopters were sometimes flown around to broadcast recordings to the Viet Cong. Basically, they played off their superstitions. The music and soundscapes were for tactical purposes, but many believed that by messing with the legends of the spirits, the Americans in turn cursed themselves when they played the sounds. Who knows? Robert Schumann was driven mad by his music at number 2. German composer Robert Schumann went stark raving mad, and many believe the reason lay in his final works. This is now called Ghost Variations. What we know is that Schumann woke on a cold February night in the 1850s, driven by a force that compelled him to write a number of hymn-like piano variations. As he tried to get his melody down on paper, he said he was dictated by angels, or perhaps even
Ho
the
detto
ghost
gli
himself.
angeli.
His religious-like fever had taken a turn by morning, and he said that he heard demonic tigers and hyenas in his music. These ghost variations, or Geister variation in German, were the last thing that Schumann wrote before being committed to an asylum. He died 2 years later, aged 46, and some people in the classical music sphere are very wary of the music even today. Finally, we have a modern-day cursed song that's
Dice un po'.
apparently been sending kids mad, or even worse. That's right, we have the legend of Lavender Town.
Ah,
Any
vabbè.
Pokemon fans out there, you might already know this, but the music that plays in Lavender Town in Pokemon Red and Green allegedly sparked an alarming number of
Vabbè,
child
ma lo
suicides
sanno
in
tutti
Japan. The
questa.
music is
La sanno tutti. Voglio sentire qualcosa delle canzoni in reverse. Proviamo questo.
friends, it's
Ciao.
your pal Stevie T. And you know, in the 70s, there was an uproar in society. Many parents and religious groups claiming that musicians were hiding subliminal or satanic messages
Mette ansia questo come
when
parla.
you play them backwards. The primest example was that Led Zeppelin was hiding satanic messages in Stairway to Heaven.
Ah, questa l'avevo sentita.
Claims in other videos, but I did find some videos claiming that newer musicians are trying to taint a whole new generation. So I thought we'd look at a few today and see if we can come up with our own conclusions. And I'm going in with an open mind. I mean, I think they're kind of naughty mixed salad, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And the first song is Blinding Lights.
Blinding Lights.
Here's what it sounds like forwards.
I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
No, I can't be until I wipe my butt. But they claim that The Weeknd hid a little subliminal message in there when you play it backwards.
No. No.
I'm in the church of See what I mean by these being a little...
Cioè, lui mi sta antipatico, però voglio vedere cosa dice. No, sono d'accordo, non ho detto assolutamente niente.
I haven't done this one in a while and I'm pretty excited. We call this the vocal test. So I'm gonna sing the backwards message exactly as we hear it.
Trust and believe now and serve the Satan.
Something like that. So now I'm going to reverse the reverse message. So when we play it forward, we should
Ok,
have the
figo.
normal lyric. I can't sleep until I feel your touch. What? I think none of that sounded like the original. Man, now I need a massage.
Ha più senso questo, effettivamente.
We went from needing your touch to needing a massage. So The Weeknd, not spreading subliminal messages. Now this next one isn't very satanic. In fact, quite the opposite.
Welcome back to the Angel Scrolls, where we provide evidence of real angels communicating through reverse songs.
Blah, blah, blah. So basically, they're saying that Memories by Maroon 5 has Christianic messages. But first we'll
Messaggio cristiano.
Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. You were out getting a massage. Okay, and here it is backwards.
Pirata.
What the? Is this Sean Connery giving the gospel sermon? Thank God this is real and we'll see where it leads.
Oddio, non lo sopporto più a questo.
Doesn't sound like very weird. So does Adam Levine secretly want to lead us to the body of Christ? The vocal test. My God, this is real, and we'll see where this leads. I have to do the slurring in there too.
God, this is real, and we'll see where this leads.
Was that okay? So now we'll give that the old reversal. So now we should get cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. It got off to such a good start and then it just went.
Yeah.
Cheers to the wish, shall we leave to see Gaga? But that beginning really. Cheers to that wish. That was actually pretty close, but the rest of it not even on the same planet. Now I would like to take a moment to thank my sponsors for this video. Linky.com/no-free follow. Now this next song is Tones and I, Dance Monkey.
Cacchio.
But this song is not just bad. It apparently contains some bad
Non è semplicemente brutta.
messages when you play it backwards. But here it is forward. Sorry, but here's the demonic message when you play it backwards. So this song satanic? Yeah, you know, the first time I heard the song, I'm like, this is the work of the devil. This just should not even exist. I'm actually hearing emo say. Emo say, emo say, emo say. Well, only one way to find out if this is real.
Oddio, questo un pochino ci sta.
Like a possessed Elmo. Yes, yes. Right? I should start a Tones and I tribute band. Actually, you know what I could do? Not that. No, what I could do is flip that around, reverse it, and now we should get dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Okay, come on, baby, come on, baby. What was that?
Oddio, ci stava però.
That was pretty promising though. Here we go, let's sing it together here.
Vabbè, però questo la vuole girare un pochetto.
In his satanic messages, I do thunder. Hear the
Thunder. Vediamo Thunder.
And whether you like
No, questo è deficiente.
lyrics, here's that backwards. Enough of it. Enough. Okay, that one's a little closer than some of the other ones. Actually, this is my very thought whenever I hear this song. Enough of it. Enough of it. Enough of it. Well, they're saying it very like, Swedish, enough of it. Enough of it. Is that Swedish? I'll shut up now. And if that is a subliminal message, why enough of it? They could just have that in a normal lyric and no one would bat an eye. Unless this is their subliminal way of saying they've had enough of playing music, I would love if they stopped. But you know what? Let's give it the vocal test.
Perché ce l'ha con gli Imagine Dragons? Non ho capito. Tu sei meglio? Boh. No, mi sta a fare nervosire questo, non ce la faccio più. Questa è l'ultima che sentiamo.
Enough of it. Enough of it. Enough of it. Enough. So we'll reverse that, and now we should get thunder. Feel the thunder. They don't use guitar much. All right, come on, baby. Do we feel the thunder? Funny. Steve, funny. Yeah!
No, è stato sulle palle. Scusate. Vediamoci questo e poi Sanna.
In this video, we're going to be looking at hidden
Romy ci piace. Romy number one.
Wearing our totally normal outfits, especially Jonas looking great.
Bro, it's called fashion. Look it up.
Led Zeppelin actually loves Satan.
Forse l'avevo visto questo.
You never hear the verse of Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, like I don't even recognize this.
Yeah.
You could just feel a little hint of Stairway to Heaviness in the guitar.
Yeah.
That's it.
That does sound right.
They're definitely saying Satan.
Hey, what are we gonna put in our reverse lyrics? How about there was a little tool shed? Prince did the reverse on us. His messages are reverse when played normally. Song, Darling Nikki. Okay.
Aha, okay, I see. I assume this is the
Ah, è già il reverso questo. Proprio nell'originale.
Is this a sequel to Purple Rain? It sounds like he's like standing somewhere in the sewers.
Purple Rain.
Oh, that's cool. That's what we did in this video. Like record backwards to make it sound way forwards.
Yeah.
Vabbè, questo è fatto apposta.
That was lit.
That's cool.
So Prince is Jesus and Led Zeppelin is Satan. That's right.
Yeah.
Nirvana hates us. Song Smells Like Teen Spirit. I never see this guy. What happened to this guy?
I don't know.
Cosa gli è
Looks like
successo?
Jim from The Office a little bit.
I feel like Kurt Cobain is the type of person that could hide stuff in a song.
No, un po' tirata
I can
questa.
see that.
Un po' tirata.
Yeah, because it's just random noises when you play it normal, so.
No, assolutamente no.
I can definitely see the thing that sounded like I hate you.
Yeah.
I think he might have done that on purpose. The other ones, not as clear. I feel
Anche
like
sì,
if he
perché
would have thought
effettivamente
through that
dicevano la
it would have
stessa
been
cosa
something
per
out of
10
bullshit.
minuti e poi
By the way, I would like to
risultava
recommend that
completamente
music channel to you
diverso.
guys. If you're a music producer or anything like that, check out Soul State. I love it. Sometimes
Ops.
she doesn't like women because she's straight. So since God is a woman.
No.
Scandalous that they let this go on.
That was actually disturbing. That freaked me the hell out. Barney seems sweet, but it's actually
No.
evil.
I mean, I can tell that Barney is actually evil just by
Povero
looking at the
Barney.
costume. It's terrifying.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
definitely
bellissimo.
Lucifer in the tool shed. Okay,
Barney shows us lots of things like how to play pretend, ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and how
Il cano.
to be a friend. Barney comes to play with
I mean, this could be the soundtrack to a horror movie, as it is.
In effetti è già molto horror.
Yeah.
Cosa?
if we can keep that in the
Cosa?
That's the most disturbing part was the sushi in the end.
I'll never hear that song the same way again. Queen loves the green stuff. What is the green stuff?
Salad.
Salad. I genuinely don't know what the green stuff is.
He's kind of repping the Swedish merch.
Yeah.
That kind of worked.
Sembrano tipo quelli che fanno i meme dalle canzoni straniere, capendo cosa accade.
I don't know about Control Freak, Joel, but I definitely think you're a freak.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The Weeknd can't decide if he needs Lucifer or not.
All these devil things.
Let's close our eyes.
No,
and
non
read
ha
the lyrics and
senso.
see.
Non ha senso.
I think most of these are like, you know, the brain kind of fills in the blanks if you have the lyrics in front of you.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson loves God in reverse. Oh.
La scena di Spider-Man. Beh, non dovrei.
So sick.
No, ma dove le sentono ste cose?
Okay, Michael Jackson needs to work on his articulation, confirmed.
That one was a little bit harder to hear for sure. Imagine like being so insecure about your belief in God that you have to like hide it in reverse in your songs. Like, yes, I do love God, but I will hide it. Here we got No Doubt Loves Satan. Song It's My Life. Ooh, this is a good track. Such a good band. It's My Life sounds like I Love Satan confirmed. The Beatles Need Therapy. Revolution 9 vinyl version.
Number 9. This definitely sounds like something that's gonna have.
Già il reverb.
Of course.
Questo lo
I saw another
sapevo.
like conspiracy theory about this. Something about John being a dead man, like because it's Paul McCartney talking. It's like John, dead man.
What I find a bit unsettling is that in the
È vero, la
normal
sapevo
play,
quella
there is reversed
di
pianos
John.
towards the end
Yeah.
at least, which then makes you think that there might be something if you play it behind. So I mean, I don't know, Joel. I'm team dead man.
I see it. Okay, guys, okay, for our last
Dai,
video
ballo,
of
ballo,
reverse
ballo, ballo.
messages in.
Ci è piaciuto, ci è piaciuto. Credo molto a quello che ho visto, ho sentito, tranne quella, l'ultima dei Beatles. Sì, i Beatles. Volevo fare gaff. E quella ci credo un pochino perché l'avevo sentita, loro sono un po' pazzi, potrebbe essere anche vero. Comunque fatemi sapere voi se avete creduto a qualcosa di quello che abbiamo visto stasera, ma non credo, non credo. E detto ciò, io vi vediamo venerdì con qualcosa, probabilmente Unite. E niente, ci vediamo venerdì. Buonanotte.